Welcome Ms Maya on NEP 2020 Aspiration to Action video talk. This talk intends to learn about the actions that you as a school leader have already taken and are planning to take in alignment to NEP 2020. So thank you for taking out time to speak with us.
Thank you so much and good morning to you, Natasha.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you. Okay, so let me start first introducing you. Mrs Maya Sukumaran is the principal of Gitanjali Senior School in Hyderabad. She has been leading the school for 18 long years and has always focused on the holistic development of the students. She has been a true visionary leader, envisioning the importance and role of technology in education at a very early stage. This is evident from the efforts that she had taken many years ago to integrate technology with the school curriculum. Ms. Maya has been featured as one of the top 100 progressive principals by Rethink India Foundation and was also a keynote speaker at Google on blended learning. She is also a Google certified educator and an active member of Google Educators Group since 2012. Ms. Maya was also featured in Voices of Transformation by Engineering Watch magazine as a pioneer introducing STEM education as part of the curriculum. Her leadership strategies and work in integrating technology at school has been published in leading education magazines such as Education World and Brainfeed. She has not only been an active speaker on education at many recognized platforms, but has also authored textbooks in mathematics for classes 1 to 8 for Arrow Publications. Welcome, Ms. Maya. We are so glad to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So to begin, Ms. Maya, how has been the year 2020 been for you as a school leader?
I would definitely say pandemic, yes, of course, was absolutely something that none of us, I think, ever even thought that we would be facing.
Right.
But I always look at things positively and felt that, okay, fine, with this crisis, how can we make the best use of it, actually? I think, yes, no doubt about the number of people who have, died due to this pandemic. But as long as we are alive, I feel we need to look at it positively and see what we can do best, that we can definitely contribute to the society. So if we had just taken it lightly and saying that, okay, in this pandemic, now we just have to do online classes and that's it.
Right.
I think life would have been very boring. And to make it full of, I feel, there has to be something that we look forward to every day, and in what way we can help out the children, because they are the most badly hit, I feel, because this is the age not to sit at home and just in front of the gadgets, wherein, in fact, just last year, we had taken a global issue of, the problems, the myopia, how it is increasing. We had done a global study taking comparison of India with people from Nigeria and people from, Germany, where then we said how much outdoor activities are important for students. And after a few months, we are coming to a situation where the children can't do any outdoor activities and they are glued to the screen. So
yeah.
now this was an area of concern. So yes, online classes did start, but that concern for the children and their family, we thought, let's extend things to the family too. So what the children are doing, since the parents are at home, grandparents at home, let's do something positive for them. So we started having, aerobic sessions for the parents and students, wherein the entire family would get together and do it. Then also I felt that during these classes, now we are having about 4 periods and things like that with the students, 4 to 5 periods. During this, I put it as odd and even numbers. wherein
Okay.
odd number periods, they will do a stretch exercise for their shoulder and, for their body to get up and
Right.
just move
Yeah.
a little. And even number was for eyes. So that means they are doing it every period, some kind of exercise. So eye exercises also, we made it compulsory for the students that both these they have to do. Besides that, I said, when we have we have these, in fact, the STEM education is something which I'm so glad that Creya Learning helped us out, and the children, I think, have enjoyed that, because for them, 3D designing and also even getting into coding and things like that, I mean, did cheer them up. Then we did not stop the library and the PT classes because we thought that's important. But, during PT periods, they would be doing some exercises,
Right.
uh, so that they don't forget marching, a few steps in marching.
Yeah.
To an extent wherein the teachers were so enthusiastic, our sirs used to climb the stool so that they can see the foot movement, and show the children. Then after that, there would be some game that they would be studying, like it would be a football. So all the different, the strikes and what are the things that a child should know about football. So like this, we had a few games, and very well planned year plan was submitted by those teachers. For library, we also had all those reading sessions, and then the children were asked to write their own stories and read it out, and a lot of reviews, book reviews, and things that were actually are still happening. It's still happening. So there was no break in anything. And we normally prepare the next academic year plan well in advance. I didn't want any change in that. In fact, it remained as it should be. I said, why
Okay.
not do all those activities? What we had, in
Right.
fact, we did much more.
Yeah.
We did much more activities than that is there in the calendar of events. Like when it comes to quizzing, debates, you name it, Foundation Day, Independence Day, everything was celebrated.
Yeah.
Diwali, Dasera. So which class would put up the best activities, for that competitions. And now for Christmas also, it was like what we can do. Then we have not left back things like what you can do to the society, because I think that I feel is the most important. They sitting
Yeah.
at home, they should not forget that there are people outside who are not able to do anything.
Yeah.
So how best we can help people around
Yeah.
was also done, wherein I have collected, our SPW was in such a way that I've collected videos on how a child will learn. Even the boys are sitting and using the machine. We think it's
Yeah.
the girls area. No, the boys also learned it. They made masks, and Diwali time diya, and now New Year time I said make some sweet, made some this thing, chocolates, or whatever you know how to make. Do that and go out and in your neighborhood,
Right.
take proper precautions and distribute it to the needy. So activities, then Swachh Bharat is something which I felt, if it is the government that is, working so much towards it, why should we be behind?
Right.
Okay, let
Absolutely.
the children, that awareness for the children should be there. So essay writings and paintings, and also we had debate sessions. Then I requested, I told the children that I think, you have to look at where you can do the cleaning. Maybe you could help cleaning the surroundings, help your
Yeah.
parents in cleaning. So those, so that they're doing video clips of those would be sent. So it would be, my
Okay.
working hours would never be that it is there only till evening or something. In fact, I have worked maximum at night during this pandemic. Yeah,
Okay.
so because I have to go through all, give them the reviews. They should know it is not that something that we are not going to look at.
Right. Yeah.
So wonderful teamwork with the faculty. See, without them, I don't think anything would happen possible. They are great
Absolutely.
learners. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely great learners. And I cannot forget the management, because without their support, I don't think we would ever, their encouragement, their recognition on what we're doing, all the time, giving us ideas on what can be done too. So I think the management the teachers, the students, the parents. Yes, of course,
Yeah.
the parents are the great contributors for this. So yes, we have made the best use of this pandemic and the best learning that has happened.
Yeah.
I
Truly.
don't think I was so tech savvy like this.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
started making videos for my subject. My subject is mathematics, and
Okay.
lovely videos for classes 8 and above, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. For them, I
Yeah.
have made very good academic videos and PPTs and given it to them for the teachers, and I would just go to the class and say, I would like to take this class.
Okay.
So maybe a 2-hour session, I would finish the entire subtopic and in such a way, minutely looking into. So if you see my videos or if you look at my PPTs, were like, I think one has to just look at it and enough. That much is enough. You can study it well. So that was
Yeah.
this way. I don't think I have done it before. Okay, but
Okay.
this is something, yeah, this is something
Yeah.
which became a passion, actually. It
Okay.
became.
Wonderful.
The more you
Wonderful.
start working, you feel that you can do it. So why not make it better? So make it in
Yeah.
a video form. So my
Yeah.
PPTs would be in the video form, adding a lot of
Okay.
color to it.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
everything had color. Yeah, so
Yeah.
much of colors in it. Like if it's a question, everybody knows the question is going to come out in pink. If it's an
Yeah.
answer, if it is something that is somebody has to remember, that will be in a particular kind of a blue, which is highlighted. So everybody knows, like if you know a green is representing what, a blue represents what, pink, orange. So all colors would be there.
Okay. So this pandemic, I think, has taught all of us in education a lot, and I
Yes,
think it's a blessing in disguise in a way and we have grown so much within a span of 1 year collectively, and the collective efforts of everybody together, right from students, parents, teachers, school leaders, other
yeah,
companies together, how everybody has made it such
surely.
powerful. And it was wonderful to listen how many things you've done already in your school. And it just seemed like, a very normal way of school function.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's wonderful. So yeah, you've already said, the world is already changing. It's a rapidly changing world that we are in. And so if in this 21st century, we had to look at the three major changes that needs to take place in education, what would those be according to you?
See, since all of us know that India has one of the biggest population of younger generation in the world, around 500 million of 5 to 24 years old. The education in India has definitely made a paradigm shift in recent times, but we are now aware that we have to prepare our children for the unknown, unseen, and unpredictable. Now,
Right.
the goal of this modern education is not only to, make the children tech savvy, they are already tech savvy, but to be good problem solvers, decision makers, and enablers. They should
Right.
also have life skills to face any or navigate through any of the challenges that they face, because this is something that is absolutely lacking.
Right.
Skill-based education is another very important area in the future, like I feel the entrepreneurial skill. If you look at the number of engineering graduates that are coming out and you take an entrepreneur, it is to a ratio of 6,000 is to 1, which is
Okay.
really, really a bad state.
Yeah.
So I feel that at a very young age, we need to inculcate the entrepreneurial skills so that the creativity, the venture management, and also the scaling is learned in students.
Right.
Now, there for all these things, there has to be a big change. I feel a dynamic change in a student-teacher relationship. So, and you know, to do this, flipped classrooms used to be like they're doing it once in a while with one topic or something like that. But
Right.
unless your flipped classrooms become very regular, it's a norm. It should be just a norm. And this concept is a must, because we should take learning to a child and not vice versa.
Yeah.
The use of stimulations also leads to this learning becoming available beyond the bricks and mortar classrooms. Now, both these, so what I feel is having both these skills, that is making flipped classrooms your norm and the use of stimulations, both these put together will definitely fetch a high return on investment over any traditional teaching. The modern teaching technology should be focused on thinking skills and analytical skills. This abstract thinking and I feel reflective observations, these in students will help to develop the future careers for children, for
Right.
students.
Yeah.
Besides all these field trips and projects, I think all the schools are doing that. What
Yeah.
we need is to pose tasks that will help them face challenges in any controlled environment. So when the students are learning in a trend, see what we need to do is reduce the gap between the learning in a traditional way and technology used in workplace.
Right.
Once we start reducing this, only then for a child to change, switch over becomes a easy cakewalk. But
Yeah.
this can happen only if all the educationists looks at technology as an enabler of great methodology. Then learning, using technology for learning should be, I feel, a very normal thing, since
Yeah.
everybody should know that it is the key to future. The, then another thing is this amalgamation of artificial intelligence, automation, then augmented reality, virtual reality, digital marketing. All these things, we should remember that they will definitely revolutionize the education sector. So I think instead of focusing on bringing good students, our focus actually should be to make a good educator.
Yeah.
And if you have a smart and dynamic curriculum, I
Right.
think this is the best investment a school can make to keeping in mind that we need to prepare our students for the future.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, so many important points you have shared in terms of there has been a big gap that we have already seen in how it's been facilitated in schools versus how children are going to go and work in the workplace. So this gap, I think a lot of efforts have been already been putting. And I think the NEP 2020 is a start that we are all seeing so that we are being much more relevant in the education. Yeah. So you had shared about teachers and how the teachers in your school are already putting so much efforts in terms of blended learning and other aspects of integrating technology. Now NEP 2020 has mentioned that it has prepared a guiding set called the National Professional Standards for Teachers that covers expectations of the role of teacher at different levels of expertise and the competencies required for the same. So, as an expert educator yourself with decades of experience, what would be your top level expectations that you suggest should be part of these professional standards?
As I already said earlier, I think we need to work towards developing good educators rather than focusing on good students, because eventually it is going to happen. You
Right.
have good educators, everything is going to be in place. And also focusing on a smart and dynamic curriculum would be the best investment a school, a wise investment that the school will make to gear up the students to face the challenges of tomorrow. Now,
Right.
this NEP has proposed to establish a common guiding set of national professional standards for teachers by the year 2022. It will be, it is being developed by the National Council of Technical Education. Now, the basic idea, I feel, is to have a professional teacher besides the teacher being a master in his or her skills. They should also be able to be capable of setting up very clear goals, create a very strong relationship with the students, and also should be a master in classroom management. He should know that to be an effective teacher, I feel, who are shaping the lives of hundreds of students, should first follow, I feel I have given two L's, one is the learning environment and the other is the learning development, learners development. Now, in this, what I feel is a teacher should understand how his or her student learns. Now, keeping in mind the cognitive, the linguistic, the social, and emotional and physical abilities of the students, they should be taking charge of the overall complete development of the students. In fact, they are supposed to be responsible for that. Now, the learning atmosphere should be, we have to understand that we need to develop and provide supportive learning environment to all the young learners. They should also be, the teachers should also be able to assist the students with skills on problem solving and decision making. Every student should engage themselves with local, this is very, very important, with the local and global communities to provide a very diverse learning environment, because we have already started it last year. The knowledge and its application to real world situation is again a very, very important factor, I feel, because besides sharing the in-depth knowledge to the children, we should be also able to, appropriately challenge them.
Right. Yeah.
The challenging to them, when we are going in a different technique, you should know how to challenge them differently also.
Yes.
They should be trained to connect different concepts and use it, and that is application based. They are supposed to be able to learn how to connect which are the concepts to be taken while they have learned and apply them in the real world.
Yeah.
That is a very important thing. Then I feel a teacher, very, very important role for teachers. That is why this, I think this is the best step forward that NEP has, it's the most important thing that they have looked into.
Yeah.
And because all these traditional things and all, and I don't like to call the person a teacher, in fact, because no longer they are teachers.
Right.
We are only, trying to facilitate the students. And I don't think, so I would prefer using a word faculty for it, They have to improve their own update, because now if you are going to use flipped classrooms as your norm, then they are definitely going to get more information. So what happens, the faculty has to be very much geared up and should be updated with the knowledge that sometimes the children will ask you something, you should be able to face it. So beyond a textbook is something which is very, very important. Then leadership collaboration. I feel the teacher seeks out and assumes leadership roles that matches his or her skills. This will ensure the school as a whole is empowered to move forward in achieving the school's mission and goal. So the mission of the school and the goal of the school, I think you go to any school, if the student doesn't know, if a teacher doesn't know, what are you, how are you working there, or how are you studying there, you should know. So we have to ensure that moves on. So I think these are a few areas that needs, I've just picked, thought of a few.
Right.
There are, I feel there should be minimum 10 to 12 points, wherein has to be, but let's see, we'll see what are the changes. Actually, it has to happen in ground. I'm waiting for something to happen in ground. In paper,
that's why we are looking at aspiration to action, basically. We definitely want to see how this is actually implemented, because this is an aspirational goal that we have set ourselves with. But all important points you've already shared in terms of teacher being the focus, and emphasis should be given a lot to the educators and how we are creating an environment supporting everything so that we stay relevant today for what we are teaching to students.